Major upgrades are coming to Campus Lake this summer thanks to the generosity of Saluki supporters. We'll have the details coming up. And two major gifts will expand research on campus and create new opportunities for students. We celebrate the donors who made this possible. Our team is headed in the lab with some of Southern's top researchers, and we have an on-scene report from the construction site of SIU's newest building. The Impact Report starts right now. Hello and welcome to the very first episode of the Impact Report. Brought to you from WSIU Studios at Southern Illinois University, I'm Matt Kupek, your host and CEO of the SIU Foundation. We're excited to showcase the innovation and philanthropy that make our university great. At the SIU Foundation, we strive to be the accelerators that make Saluki dreams possible. We're excited to share these stories of impact with you. We have lots to get to on the show today, starting with major construction developments at the Tedrick Welcome Center. Rising from the ashes of McAndrews Stadium, crews have made remarkable progress. Construction on the Tedrick Welcome Center is funded by the SIU Foundation, and the building will be the university's central gathering place. This is the first new construction on campus since 2012. Located at the front entrance off campus, the Welcome Center will host events and serve as the launch point for student and alumni tours. Our own Anna Tume is in the construction zone with more on how the project is coming together.
We're here on the north end of the Tedrick Welcome Center construction site, where crews are making amazing progress on what's going to be a beautiful new building on campus. We're so excited about it. And here with us today are two key players working on this project: Thad Heckman, who's the design architect with Design Works, and Mike Michael, who's the project director with Impact Strategies. Thank you both for being here today. Thad, let's start with you. I know you're working on the overall inspiration for this entire building. How did you come about that? Tell us about your process.
Well, I have to start out by saying it's a little intimidating when you're asked to design a building for the front door of the university. But you study the background, you study the site, you listen to your client, and you put some design ideas together, sort of a little bit beyond the napkin sketches, but not a lot far beyond that. So we did a study on what the client wanted, and borrowed a little bit from history, including some history of the campus buildings that were here.
Yeah, it's going to be beautiful. So excited to see a blueprint like that made possible. How do you get from blueprint to boots on the ground, Mike?
So Impact has been working with the architects and the foundation for almost about a year now. We go through constructability items with the foundation and architect, as well as trying to keep the project within budget. So we do a lot of back and forth, a lot of working with Thad and his team to make sure that the constructability and price is there. Then when it comes to bid time, we're at the construction manager Impact Strategies, bids the project out, and we get a good subcontractor partners down here in the area of Carbondale. We assemble about a team of 20 subcontractors that we work with.
It takes a lot to get a building of this magnitude to come together. And we're hoping it's going to be finished next year, early next year, right?
Yeah, we're projecting in the spring, early summer, May of next year of 26.
That's fantastic. Thank you both for being here today. And you guys heard it. Next year, we can't wait to welcome Salukis and others across the campus community to this wonderful building. For now, reporting from the Tedrick Welcome Center, I'm Anna Tume. Back to you.
The Welcome Center is named in honor of SIU alumni Roger and Sally Tedrick, who provided a lead gift of $6 million. We're excited to welcome the Saluki community into the center next spring. For more information about the Tedrick Welcome Center, head to siuf.org. SIU is getting ready to install a state-of-the-art fountain at Campus Lake. The fountain will add new scenery to one of the most beautiful places on campus. The Campus Lake Fountain Project was made possible by a lead gift from the late Tim Parks, a 1976 graduate and lifelong Saluki fan. Tim, alongside several other Salukis, have donated more than $100,000 towards this project, and fundraising efforts are still ongoing. Coming up later in the show, we'll speak with campus experts about plans for fountain installation and what's next for Campus Lake. Stay tuned. The recently dedicated Gower Translational Research Center is a major research hub on campus, and that role is continuing to grow. A $2.5 million gift from alumni Dr. Bob and Beth Gower paves the way for significant investment towards SIU's research goals. The facility is the home of groundbreaking research and economic growth. Exciting advancements are being made in everything from food production to pharmaceuticals.
It's a transformational gift especially for this facility. The equipment that we have here are millions of dollars, serve dozens of our research faculty and students, maybe 100 students, and a lot of industry. But they're expensive and they require maintenance, they require support, they require technicians to work with them and operate them.
We spoke with the Gowers during their recent visit back to campus. They tell us they are honored and proud to support SIU as a Research One institution. SIU is uniquely positioned to provide innovative research opportunities to students and faculty, a mission the Gowers strongly believe in.
It's really very special to us. We have such a love for this university, and especially because we think it serves a lot of kids that don't have a lot of money. We were among those kids. Beth and I both put ourselves through college, paid our own way.
We want to make sure that students know that they can come to Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, and go just as far as Dr. Gower and Beth have gone.
Bob and Beth Gower are tremendous examples of Saluki spirit. You can learn more about their inspiring story at siuf.org. The SIU Simmons Law School has received a major donation that will support new programming and research for years to come. Board of Trustee Chair and Federal Judge Phil Gilbert has given $250,000 in honor of his father, Senator John G. Gilbert. This generous contribution establishes the John G. Gilbert Impact Fund, which will shape the future of the law school for generations. The law school has also named the Dean Suite in Senator Gilbert's honor. Senator Gilbert was an SIU alumnus and a trailblazing leader in the education field. During a recent dedication ceremony, Judge Phil Gilbert shared the impact his father had on SIU and the region.
My father having the label of education senator wasn't just because of his support for SIU and what he did here. He was a strong supporter of education at all levels.
We're not just honoring one Gilbert, we're celebrating two. Two men who dedicated themselves to making a difference.
Learn about this gift and new developments at the law school by visiting siuf.org.
Southern Illinois! All right, you guys are out here.
Salukis take over Southern Illinois. The SIU Foundation and administration leaders hosted thousands of supporters at events across the region. From Marion to Chester to Anna and many more in between, Salukis were out in full force during the month of April. The foundation hosted events for alumni and friends in 6 different towns. Guests heard from Chancellor Lane about enrollment increases and the university's new status as a Research One institution. As part of the takeover tours, SIU administrators made visits to 50 different high schools to boost recruitment in our own backyard. Hundreds of Saluki supporters dressed their best for a night of celebration and philanthropy at the 3rd annual Saluki Ball. After 2 outstanding years in Chicago, the SIU Foundation brought the event home to Carbondale this year inside the SIU Student Center ballrooms. Supporters enjoyed dinner, dancing, and a performance by Expose. The Saluki Ball is a fundraiser that benefits current SIU students. Our Bridge the Gap funds help dozens of students stay in school every year, making it one of the most active scholarships on campus. We spoke with students who have received these funds about the impact on their life and education at SIU.
This school has really changed my life and has made me a better person. My reaction when I received the funds from bridge the gap, I was very much thankful and honestly blessed.
Oh man, finding out about me receiving the Bridge the Gap funds was life-changing towards me. But having that money come through my account, now I was just smiling from ear to ear, and it was just great, just knowing that I can come back again and further my education.
The Honorable Glenn and Joe Pichard were the presenting sponsors of this year's Saluki Ball. Both are passionate Saluki alumni and major supporters of the university. Learn more about their Saluki success story at siuf.org. 11 days in Costa Rica. This SIU student had the experience of a lifetime thanks to scholarship support from donors. Emma Dutcher is a junior studying biomedical science. She spent nearly 2 weeks in Costa Rica learning about the culture and earning a full class credit. Emma had the chance to learn about Costa Rican agriculture, hike up a volcano, and even stay with a host family. A study abroad scholarship helped make the trip possible for Emma. She tells us it's an experience she'll always remember.
Just being at SIU is awesome, but going to like a different country and experiencing their culture and learning about that is super awesome. And it's not an experience that everybody gets to have. And I feel so fortunate that I got that experience.
Students and staff within the Study Abroad program are hoping to expand scholarship support so that more students can have the opportunity to travel, learn, and earn class credit. You can learn more about Study Abroad programs by checking out the Center for International Education at cie.siu.edu. A team of SIU students is making millions investing on behalf of the SIU Foundation. The Saluki Student Investment Fund hit a record $4.2 million this year. These funds help the SIU Foundation support university programs. The Saluki Student Investment Fund was established back in 2000 with just $25,000. Over the last 2 decades, it has grown to millions thanks to meticulous work by these students and staff in the College of Business.
We've had some tremendous growth in terms of what we're managing. The cool thing about SSIF is that basically every single student generation leaves another legacy. And so we have and it grows exponentially. So it just has gotten better and better and better.
The Saluki Student Investment Fund is celebrating its 25th anniversary this year and will host a special celebration event in the fall. There are so many ways Salukis are making an impact on the future of SIU. Alumni and friends give back with their time, talent, and treasure every day. It's our privilege to tell you their stories. Just this month, we like to feature alumnus Reggie Townsend, a 1992 graduate who recently established a scholarship in partnership with his Kappa Alpha Psi fraternity brothers. It's called the Dream Achievers Scholarship, and it supports black men pursuing their bachelor's degree at Southern. We spoke with Reggie about what inspired him to give back.
I think what inspires me to give most is that I have a measure of empathy, particularly for those who might be deemed vulnerable in our society, and to give those young men opportunity that either we had or that we envisioned for ourselves. So how I see it shaping part of the future, through the Dream Achievers Scholarship, which is the name of our scholarship, is to help those students who are in a position where they have financial need and are the students who are not the top of the top as it relates to grades.
You can learn more about Reggie and his fascinating career in data and artificial intelligence ethics by heading to siuf.org. And make sure you follow the SIU Foundation on social media for daily updates. Coming up, Campus Lake is about to get even more beautiful. When can you expect to see a 50-foot water spout on display? We'll have that answer and more up next.
Southern Illinois University has a rich history and much more. Renowned for cutting-edge research, ranking among the top 4% in the country. Salukis achieve pride and glory, competing at the highest level. World-famous alumni across the globe. United in our mission with unstoppable momentum, igniting a bright future. This is a university ascending. We are Southern.
Welcome back, and thank you for watching Impact Report. Crews are preparing to install a fountain in Campus Lake by the end of the summer. This is a much-needed upgrade that was made possible by the generosity of SIU alumni and friends. What can we expect when the fountain is up and running? Joining me now is the Director of Facilities and Energy Management, Mark Owens, to explain. Mark, great to have you. Tell us about the project.
Thank you. Well, the project is a fountain on Campus Lake. It's going to be located just off of Becker Pavilion. If you're looking towards Thompson Point, the fountain will be sitting right in the middle there. It's a cascade fountain. It throws water 60 feet roughly in there, so it's a big fountain. It takes a 25 horsepower motor to throw the water up that high, and it runs continuous. It'll be set on a timer. The project to get power out there is quite extensive. We had to put power to the shoreline located just by Thompson Point, and then we have to run a 500-foot special cable that's made for the voltage drop for 500 feet to run that 25 horsepower motor to throw the water.
What an exciting project, and it adds to what's going on campus.
Yeah, and it's not only aesthetics, it helps the sustainability and health of the campus lake by aerating the water. It keeps the water cooler in that area, which is better for the aquatic creatures that live in the lake. And so yeah, it's helpful for looks and also for sustainability of the lake.
Thank you, Mark. What a great, exciting project. We think Salukis are going to be really excited about this. So we went out to the Campus Lake Trail and asked them about it. Here's what they had to say.
I walk Campus Lake probably once or twice a week. I love just being able to be outdoors. You know, anything to enhance the beauty of this lake and for people to experience that as they're walking. You know, a fountain really creates kind of a meditative space too, to where people don't have to necessarily be busy walking. They could sit and just watch it and enjoy that.
I particularly run here. I walk pretty much daily. I couldn't put a price on having amenities like this available.
Oh gosh, my favorite thing about Campus Lake, I like seeing all the animals. I've seen so many like animals, insects, all the ducks, geese.
I think the scenery is perfect. It's not overly crowded with fishermen, so it's not too heavy on that regard. It's amazing that a lake itself can bring a whole community together. So I would absolutely encourage that.
Joining me now is Cornay Przeski, Director of the SIU Rec Center. Cornay, great to have you, and talk to us about this great project.
Oh, thank you for inviting me. We're so excited for this new addition, as the Campus Lake is one of the most beloved facilities on campus, and yearly almost over 80,000 walkers and joggers and strollers and bicyclists enjoy this lake. So we're so excited that it's going to bring such a beautiful aesthetic beauty to the Campus Lake. Not just that, but at night it will have lights, and that will light up, this beautiful fountain at night as well. We have boating out there, so the boaters will be able to go around the Campus Lake and enjoy the sound of what the water fountain will make, as well as all the people that just want to sit on the bench and enjoy the quiet time while enjoying the nature and the beautiful aesthetics of our lake.
Such a great asset for the campus community, but also the local community as well.
Absolutely. Like I said, the Campus Lake is open. Anybody can come and partake and walk around and enjoy the beautiful campus that we have here at Southern Illinois University.
All right, Corny, thanks. It's great to have Corny here, excited about the Campus Lake project. If you'd like to learn more about the progress of the Campus Lake project, please head to our website. That's siuf.org, siuf.org. Coming up, our team gets suited up for the lab. Find out why sense of smell was so important for this experiment.
Southern Illinois University has a rich history and much more. Renowned for cutting-edge research, ranking among the top 4% in the country. Salukis achieve pride and glory, competing at the highest level. World-famous alumni across the globe. United in our mission with unstoppable momentum, igniting a bright future. This is a university ascending. We are Southern.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning.
but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can know, from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
Welcome back, and thanks for watching the Impact Report. SIU is celebrating a major achievement. Earlier this year, the university was granted Research One status, a status earned by less than 5% of universities in the country. SIU is the only Research One university within 100 miles. This is an accomplishment SIU leaders have been eager to showcase.
So this is yeast that you are putting into this machine and changing the structure of it to make it something else, is that?
Correct.
In honor of SIU's Research One designation, our own Anna Toomey is getting hands-on and headed into the lab to learn about the fascinating research happening on campus. Here's her report from the Gower Translational Research Center.
Hey Salukis, I'm Anna Toomey with the SIU Foundation, and I'm at the front entrance of the Gower Translational Research Center. We're headed inside to the Fermentation Science Institute, and I hear they've got some fascinating experiments planned for us today. Let's head into the lab. Well, hey, Dr. McCarroll, great to see you.
Hi, Anna, good
Thanks
to see
for
you.
having us. We're excited about this today. And can you start us off by just telling our viewers who you are and what you do here at Fermentation Science?
Yeah, I'd be glad to. So I'm the director of the Fermentation Science Institute, and basically we do things fermentation related on campus. That includes our degree program and trying to help everybody succeed.
Dr. McCarroll walks us down to the first lab where we'll get to see biomanufacturing in action. Biomanufacturing is the process of using living cells like bacteria or yeast to produce other products such as medicines or food ingredients. In this case, Dr. Giacotti uses yeast to turn plastic into protein. So this is yeast that you are putting into this machine and changing the structure of it to make it something else, is that?
Correct.
Wow.
So something like, protein.
Yeah.
So when you get that protein, right, you can eat it.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
We're supposed to.
How about making that from plastic bottle?
Yeah.
Taking plastic and making protein.
Ooh. It's like cinnamon-y, sweet. It smells like a cookie.
This is from this yeast.
Really?
They eat plastic and make this protein. We 3D printed this called microbites. This is made for astronauts.
So you can eat that?
If you like.
Next, Dr. McCarroll introduces us to Professor Marta Albiotapia, who performs sensory analysis, or interpreting how products are perceived by human senses. So the person doing who's smelling the samples, are they supposed to be able to tell a difference, or are they not supposed to be able to tell a difference?
So it depends.
Okay.
All we want to know as sensory scientists is if there is a significant difference or not.
This research goes a step further inside the analytical chemistry lab, where Mandy Rother will perform an olfactory test, known as a smell test. What I was just smelling in here, we're now coming in to analyze it more deeply or more.
So what gas chromatography does is it separates it so that you can analyze the individual compounds within a sample. And so you will be able to identify and quantify the individual compounds. Just breathe normally.
I'm starting to smell something a little, it's like spicy.
Yes.
Almost like that Old Spice flavoring. So are you guys just doing experiments for Fermentation Science Institute, or are there other entities involved?
No, that's a good question. So we do things internally, and we really
Okay.
focus on helping out campus researchers. But we do operate as what's called a third-party testing facility. So we take samples from businesses outside and do analysis for that. And in fact, we are certified by the Tax and Trade Bureau of the federal government for doing that.
It has been such a wonderful visit to the Fermentation Science Institute today, and it's so great to see all of the amazing things they're working on. Southern Illinois University is one of 21 universities in the country that is both a Research One institution and an Opportunity University, which means we're providing access to students of all backgrounds. Just another thing that makes Salukis great. Matt, back to you in the studio.
To learn more about research opportunities at the SIU Fermentation Science Institute and beyond, head to siu.edu/research.
Imagine going from the classroom to the big stage.
This territory, this place, our home, isn't just for learning, but for understanding the very power of what imagination actually means.
A place where you can go from player to coach, from the ground to the sky.
So close your eyes, envision the roar that is a spirit of thousands of Salukis. Capture this moment and go forward together.
It's great to get an inside look at some of the research going on in the Gower Translational Research Center on campus. We're coming to the end of our show, but before signing off, we wanted to share a moment with Grey Dog.
What's he doing here?
Looking for a doggy door, I think.
So who's going to tell him he's not allowed inside?
Not me.
Thank you all for joining us for this first edition of the Impact Report. You can find the stories we talked about and more at SIUF.org, and be sure to stay up to date by following the SIU Foundation on social media. We will air a new report once a month, and if you miss an episode, you can find it on the SIU Foundation's YouTube channel. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Go Dogs!